What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Ad Podcast Takeover here at Sport Beach at the Stagwell beautiful beach ballet. And we've got some exciting leaders from the 72andSunny team, the international crew, taking home gold and trophies and doing big things on the international stage. We got Chris Kay in the house, the international CEO, and Maria Galleriu. Boom, I got it.
You got it.
So welcome, guys. Appreciate you having me here, and I'd love to have you on the show.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so we got a few things to talk about today. So 72andSunny has been scaling internationally for a while now. Amsterdam office, killing it. So tell us a little bit about how things are going and the growth story on the international side. Yeah, let's go, Chris.
We're going through a good period of momentum, and that comes with a bit of luck as much as skill and talent. And we feel like we have a rhythm that people are really buying into. And that is potentially a new way of doing global. And for us, that is really having success. So we're very excited that we're here and people think that we're moving in the right direction.
I love it. And then, Maria, maybe you could tell us specifically about a piece of business, Heineken, global business coming in recently.
We are very, very excited about that new partnership with Heineken and
Amsterdam brand.
Yes, and it's also, so obviously we have an office in Amsterdam, and so having such a, an icon of...
Have you ever been to the cigar lounge that's the CEO?
We've been in all the...
That's my favorite place to hang out.
It's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember I can't remember the name of the cigar bar, but the story is it's the CEO's old office that transported everything from his office. So when he retired, he could go there, have a cigar, have a Heineken.
And we do exactly that every day now.
I love it.
No, but it's exciting for us because it's also really a global piece of business, multiple global brands, which we're super excited about, and some in Amsterdam and Europe, some in Asia, and it's really going well with the momentum Chris was talking about for all our international offices, Amsterdam, Singapore, Sydney, etc. So.
And for us, we've been talking about it's proof of what we see as major global brands wanting a premium creative network. And that feels like it's been a shift in the last few years, where instead of going to a big global network, they want something that feels bespoke enough, but big enough to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And I think we fall into that category. So it's proof that people are seeing the value in that.
Nice. So how's some of the early work look like?
We presented something this morning that we're very excited about, which we turned around in 7 days, I think, which was a record.
Awesome. Maybe 9. That's it.
Let's give ourselves...
Max.
And that seems to be kind of almost an expectation now, right? Like moving at the speed of culture.
We were just
to be responsive.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. There's definitely like a pace, which we answer with momentum, but there are like definitely some demands in terms of.
Was that a brief from the client, or was that something that you guys pitched to them and they said, "Let's go"?
No, it's a brief post pitch about honestly reinventing the playbook a little bit for one of their global brands, and when you say reinventing the playbook, you're as excited as you're going, okay, let's jump in. So it's also, I think, a big. We talk about collaboration a lot in this industry, but I think 72 has like a big superpower in forging partnerships with clients and getting a little messy together and coming in the kitchen, and that's why you also get the pace, because we meet often, we talk a lot, and we figure it out together. So, yeah.
Heineken took 5% of global non-alcoholic beverage sales in the States, like super fast. They came in as like a really dominant player in NA. Wonder are you guys working in any of that piece of business, talking about how, especially with all the stuff you guys do around sports and active lifestyle and aspirational lifestyle, like it feels like NA is becoming part of the sober curious movement or just good health, and it's a great alternative, and there's been some really cool partnerships around it. Are you guys thinking about that brand?
Yeah, we're definitely thinking about it. I mean, NA is obviously a movement, Sober Curious is a movement. It's also exciting because it's a new generation kind of shaping that. I think now what's hard is it's getting competitive. It's no longer the new thing.
Now it's as prevalent. There used to be like an end cap at Bevmo, and now it's an entire aisle.
It's an entire aisle, and so it's like, again,
all the legacy brands are jumping in when there were kind of these like brands that were kind of NA only, and now all the legacy brands.
But it's super interesting because it's like, it used to be, okay, you have to do 00 NA and then you're fine. Now it's like, no, how do you do it in a different way that actually brings something new or something? So here we go, here we go again, trying to be different.
Another category. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Super Bowl work. So you guys worked with Elf on the Super Bowl spot with Melissa McCarthy, one of the most famous female comedians, also getting like tons of new generational followers from like this explosion of the Gilmore Girls becoming like the most popular thing on earth, like streaming and
can't beat the Gilmore Girls. I'm sorry.
No, isn't it
can't
wild?
beat the Gilmore Girls.
It's like my wife's like fall asleep show. But could you talk a little bit about Melissa? What was the insight that landed on her? How the work perform in the game?
Yeah, I think going back to something you said earlier, pace was an important part of Melissa.
Yeah.
So there was obviously something happening in culture. Bad Bunny was in the middle of a halftime show. America was wondering why and if that was the right thing.
Yeah.
And for a brand like Elf, which is all about inclusivity, it was the right conversation to have. But from a pace perspective, from writing the script, presenting the script, to shooting and being in the Super Bowl was 12 days.
Holy cow. That's crazy.
And that comes from everything we've talked about, which is that collaboration, that belief in each other, and that real feeling you've found something. But when you find something, it moves really quickly, so you've got to jump on it and put it out there. So it was a great thing for us.
I love it. And Maria, how did it rank in ad meter and stuff? I don't remember, but did you guys place well?
It was the most watched Super Bowl commercial before the Super Bowl ever.
Wow,
111 million organic views, I believe, or something like that. Someone's going to tell me I have the wrong stat, but you know what? It's fine.
You're in the neighborhood, as they say.
But exciting, yeah. But and Elf obviously has the power of an incredible community that's already there listening for the next thing that they're gonna, that we're gonna put out together.
Their fans are a bit rabid,
and that they're and it's glorious because you have that sort of beginning to work with and gain that momentum. But honestly, it was, I think, the right thing to say with the right people at the right time, and sometimes that magic comes to life. So yeah.
Could you give us a little peek about kind of the campaign? It's like Super Bowl spots, like the hero film is obviously super important, but there's so much more that goes into it, experiential. What are you doing around the game itself? What's your influencer strategy that's laddering up? Can you talk about some of the other components that kind of laddered into the earn strategy?
I think the fun part for me and the good part is that because it was all about learning Spanish in 2 seconds, thanks to a beautiful lip oil.
So good.
Elf actually did a partnership with Duolingo that gave away some, and so that's kind of putting your money where your lips are, mouth is, I don't know, trying to do the actual real thing and help people learn it in real life. So that's the most interesting.
And I think it's cool you guys leaned into the most controversial moment of this, or the most controversial thing happening in Super Bowl, ecosystem that year. And a lot of brands these days are scared to lean into things that they may consider controversial. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, engagement, if nobody's talking about you, that's a bigger problem than if everybody's talking about you and half the people are saying great things about you, half the people are saying maybe, frustrating things about you. That's called engagement, right? It's like people feel passionate in both directions, and it's a great opportunity to, change minds too, right? Like open people up to new ideas.
Yeah, and I think the thing that worked with Elf, it was true what was going on in culture, but it was also true for their brand.
Yeah.
And so when culture was saying that maybe what's going to happen at halftime is wrong, for the most inclusive brand to challenge that, felt absolutely right. So I think you've got to get that. That's the equation you've got to try and find.
Yeah.
And they did it. And
people don't realize this. Sports in general is global now. It's not an American. As much as we would love to say football is an American sport, it is a global sport now. You got all these teams traveling in the off season to Australia, UK, all over the world. Sports beach stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, whether it's America exporting its national sports like MLB or the NFL, or us importing global sports like World Cup and what's going on with F1 and all these other things, like sports is global.
Yeah.
So I think, get used to the idea that there might be a halftime show in another language. Maybe AI will translate it into 100 languages in the future.
But that's interesting because part of what we're excited in doing global in a new way is we keep saying there's like a global language of entertainment, there's a global language of sports, there's 100%. A global language of content, that something that you do actually in Sydney or in Germany or wherever can actually have a global stage because people just speak that language. And so for brands, it is opportunity to not just think about it as, okay, here's my universal insight and my global framework, but sometimes there's a gem that pops and you're like, let's put it on a big stage.
Yeah,
and
surfers are surfers no matter where they show up.
Kind of, and
when I go to breaks, it's like I may not speak language, but of all the guys when I'm surfing in Italy or somewhere else, but if you get a great wave, everybody's giving you the same. It's like it is a universal language.
Yeah,
100%.
I love it. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us on the show.
Thanks
you
for coming in
at the studio.
Thank you.
If folks at home want to follow along with your thought leadership and or learn more about the agency, where would you like them to spend some time with you guys?
Come here at Sport Beach. That's it.
Let's go. Let's go. Sport Beach is everywhere.
It is now.
All right,
Yay.
guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you all again shortly.